This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
The Makkah Menucha of the Ktsois, this is the Makkah Menucha of the Nesivos. Sort of like we saw in Germany, where Rabbi Yonason Eibeshitz and Rabbi Yaakov Emden were buried together. Here we have the burial of the Ktsois and the Nesivos. We know that the Nesivos read the writings of the Ktsois very carefully. He challenged much of it, and the Ktsois wrote a rebuttal in something called Meshovev Nesivos. When the Nesivos was asked, why is your writing so concise and short? He quoted the following Gemara. The Gemara says, Kol amsa beribua, amsa utrei chumshe ba'alaksona. You remember that? The Gemara in Masechta, that was tricking you, Erevin, right? It says like this, that the lines, a line of an amma is an amma and 2 fifths in diagonal. Basically the point is that it's always straighter to get somewhere in a shorter path than to go in a crooked path. The crooked path is always longer. So since I write so clearly and my thinking is so absolute and definitive, therefore I'm able to write things shorter. By the way, the Nesivos was what? A Yasaim growing up. He was a Yasaim. And his sister brought him up, but who's going to support the family? The sister said, you sit and learn, and I will be a water carrier, and I will support you in your learning. So you can imagine the debt of gratitude that Klal Yisrael owes to the sister of the Nesivos HaMishpat, who was Moiser Nefesh to raise him. Now, just some of the writings of the Nesivos HaMishpat. He wrote a perush on Megillas Eicha called Palgei Mayim. He wrote a Chavos Das on Yeridea. He wrote Derech HaChaim on Arachayim, and he wrote a perush on Megillas Esther, and he wrote on the Agadata of Shas something called Emes Yaakov. He was the Rebbe of Rabbi Eliyahu Gutmacher. He was the Rebbe of Rabbi Tzvi Hirsch Kalisher. He writes in his Tzava, do not write on my Matzeva that I was a Rav. Because who says I was Roy to be a Rav? Maybe I was not Roy to be a Rav. Why mention Chet on my Matzeva? He also writes in his Matzeva that his children should say 5 kapitlach of Tehillim every day. It will be mislahev their souls in Avodas Hashem. One amazing thing the Nesivos writes about the Migdal Bavel. What exactly is Migdal Bavel? They're making a tower to do what? To climb up to the heavens. So he says there's a concept, and he uses this in many places. Zel le'uma ze asalikim. Whatever koyach there is in Kedusha, there's a corresponding koyach hatuma. So he says if there's a city, Yerushalayim, and a makom called Beis HaMikdash that is a center point of Kedusha, then to counteract that, there has to be a city in the world that it could be a city of Tumah, and a makom like the Migdal that could be a makom of Tumah. And whatever there is in the world, there are always counter forces. So we could say, just to conclude, that we know we live in a time where there's an unparalleled amount of tumah in the world. The tumah that's available today in a split second wasn't available probably in the Ukraine 100 years ago, in 500 years. So, but corresponding to that, the Rebbe Shem, it has to be, gives us an unparalleled level of Kedusha today that never existed. And Baruch Hashem, we have so many Svarim today, so many opportunities to learn so much Kedusha. We should take advantage of it, and Baruch Hashem, this is part of it. I don't think our ancestors had the opportunity to visit so many tzaddikim in their lifetime, and here in 3-4 days, we visit tzaddikei hadoros that were never accessible. So may all these tzaddikim be Megan for us, be Melitza Yisham for us, Abiyas Gal Tzedek.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.